see the whole field? You see the whole field.
Wait. Push that bell down. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thanksgiving Day football. We hope everybody has a great, happy Thanksgiving. We hope you didn't eat too much turkey. This is the barn burner, the final game of the season, and the meaningful game for these two teams. Lynn Classical taking on Lynn English. Classical has a 50-29 win advantage in the series with 9 ties. Classical has won the last 4 in a row, 6 of the last 7. In the 90s, English has won in 94, 97, and 90. 97 is the last time that Lynn English has won this football game. And they threw us a curve already. The official lined up and said English is kicking off. It's actually Classical kicking off. Derick Hodge, the terrific running back for English, is back deep along with Chris Carroll, the young freshman, awaiting the kick from John Waldron. Two teams are mirrored defensively. They only give up 19 points. Fielded at about the 28-yard line and returned back to about the 35 is where they're going to put it. And that's where English will put it in play for the first time. So English will go on defense. Tarasurik will be the quarterback, and Classical will be at least trying to key on Derick Hodge, the fine running back. Hodge, with 1,159 yards and 15 touchdowns, has certainly come along. Everybody in tight for English in their power eye. Hodge is the deep man. Now they have motion by O'Meara, or Bryson. Bryson and O'Meara leading the way as Hodge gets a couple, just squeezes out a couple to about the 37.
Want to stay there for a second? Just looking.
So give him 2, it'll be second down and 8. Just underway here in the early going Thanksgiving morning. It's a bright, sunshiny morning, and it is freezing. The DPW did an excellent job on the field, staying probably all night. The quick out is complete to Tranfaglia, and he drags a would-be tackler with him as he picks up a first down. So the first down of the ball game is picked up by the Bulldogs as they get across the 45 out. We'll call it the 49-yard line. So 12 yards on the play and a first down. The give to Hodge off the right side. He's loose. He's gone for a touchdown. They gave him just enough of a seam. He burst off the right side and out-sprinted everybody 51 yards. And English jumps on top, 6-0.
Follow him back now.
A minute, 11 seconds in.
Yeah, they got picked up. Middle back got picked up. Want to zoom in a little bit?
So Hodge picks up his 16th touchdown of the year, and now Josh McGrath will try to make it 7. So the offensive line did a job. Open up a huge hole. Hodge got through it and used his speed, outdistance everybody. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. McGrath kicks it through. So Classical will go back on offense, or go on offense for the first time, and they find themselves quickly trailing a minute 11 into the game, 7-0, as Hodge goes 51 yards. 65 yards in 3 plays. The 12-yard pass to Tranfaglia. 53 yards rushing by Hodge. Accounts for the 65 yards. And now it'll be Freeman, the deep man in the middle. Green to one side, Waldron to the other side. As English will get set with McGrath doing the kicking chores.
When he starts kicking more, just go over. What camera do I go to? Okay.
Down the middle, it's Freeman at about the 14-yard line. Runs into Andrew Funicella. And Glasgow will have it shy of their 30-yard line. They'll put it down at the 29. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. McGrath will be the quarterback. They break that double wing setup and go I formation. The pitch to Freeman. Gets it around the corner and gets good yardage out to the 35, maybe the 36. We'll call it the 35 for a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Again, they break the double wing. Waldron's the wing to the near side. I formation. Freeman, the deep man behind McGrath. And now Glasgow wants a timeout. As they get up to the line of scrimmage, they saw something they didn't like. And they brought it back.
Josh McGrath's kick is good, and it is 7-0. That game is just 11 seconds gone. We have 10 minutes even to play here in the first quarter, and English is on top by a score of 7-0. Bill?
So now we're set as they bring him back. Again, Walter would be the wing, this time to the far side. Freeman slipped and fell down, gets back and gets the football and gets about a yard. He's right in a patch of snow and ice that was there. So they need a long 2. From the 36. The pitch to Freeman. Turns the corner and gets a 1st down. Waldron and Forbes and Produced all out in front blocking. So 3 straight carries by Freeman gets Glasgow their first 1st down of the ball game, and they'll mark it across the 40 to the 41. So he picked up 5. Good sized crowd considering that the stands are completely snowed in. You can still see patches of snow on the ground. They now go triple stack I. They ran this last year in Thanksgiving. The pitch to Freeman. Block is out in front, trying to get around the corner. Gets 10 down by the young freshman, Chris Carroll. That's the freshman going against the senior. And they'll give Freeman to the 45.
Come back, stack left. Overload.
So they need almost 6. They got to get across midfield into English territory. They go triple stack again. They give this time as to the first man through, not getting much. The middle of that English line. Stopping Waldron. He gets out to the 47. First time anybody else but Freeman has carried the football. It'll be 3rd and about 3. Actually, those stakes are way off. The stakes are only 9 yards long.
The ground is not
The pitch to Freeman. Block is out in front as he tries to turn the corner. Nice job defensively by Derick Hodge. He just played off the blocks and went underneath and lifted Freeman off the ground. And it's going to be 4th down. It should be 4th and almost 4. Glasgow's going to go. They go back to the triple stack I. McGrath has to keep the football. Freeman fell down. It was supposed to be a pitch to Freeman. Freeman slipped and fell, and McGrath had no choice except to hold on to the football. And they're going to lose yardage, and English is going to get great field position back at, we'll call it the 44-yard line.
Yeah. Okay, so 3, you're going to go on English. Actually, 3 going on English now.
So English leading 7-0, now has excellent field position at the 44-yard line of Classical. Trentfaglia goes to the far side, Chris Carroll to the near side. I formation behind Tarasuik.
Okay.
Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Looking for Trentfaglia. He's behind the defense. Had it. Couldn't hold on. Glasgow got a break there. Tarasuik put it right between the 1 and the 0. So a huge break for Glasgow, a tough break for English, as he would have had 6. Instead, it will be 2nd down and 10.
Hey, you got 7 at quarterback. You got 8 at the wishbone.
They go wishbone now.
Nice job, Errol.
Errol Forbes makes a nice defensive play on Hodge. They went wishbone with Chris Carroll as the quarterback. Tarasuik was in the backfield. I knew they were going to have a few wrinkles. I didn't know what they were going to be. But there's one of them as they went wishbone, and they couldn't get a piece of Forbes, and he made a nice defensive play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 44. They go back to the power I with everybody in tight. They give to Hodge off the right side. He gets wrapped up by Joe Ford. Ford with the big hit. No gain on the play. So it'll be 4th down, and they'll have to kick it away.
Okay, we're punting, so 2 get downfield with the receivers who class me.
Hey,
AJ Vieira helped Ford out on that hit. And they'll send Waldron back deep, awaiting the punt from J.J. Johnson.
1 get the punter in the shot.
He handles the snap. The left-footed kicker gets it away, and it takes a huge bounce on this concrete surface and goes into the end zone, and Glasgow will get it at their 20.
well, let's go count it. Count it.
So Glasgow will have it for the 2nd time. They'll start at their own 20, 1st and 10. They trail 7-0. A little different format here on Thanksgiving Day. It's 12-minute periods instead of 11.
I just tell him we need to misdirect because everything, you know, it's going right at it.
So Glasgow got away with giving English that good field position. Now they'll go to work on offense. They go back to that double wing.
There you go. There you go. Hit it. Hit it.
They give to Waldron with the little inside trap. And he gets pretty good yardage on 1st down, gets across the 25, out to about the 28-yard line. So a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and a couple.
Hey, we got the 6-man front going now. 6-man front.
Okay, let's
Kick
come
out.
up the left side.
Kick out.
Freeman coming back the other way.
We got
He lost the football, but Glasgow got it back.
Hey, now Travis time. Open up.
Out to the 32 for a pickup of 4 and a 1st down. So the first downs are even 2 apiece, but English has 7 points on the board.
That was just the 6th. Now they're back to the 4.
And again, they stay in tight with the double wing. Freeman goes in motion. Shakes off one tackler. He's going to get hit in the backfield and lose yardage.
What is that?
Freeman couldn't get around the corner. They're going to lose back to the 27-yard line. So he lost 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 15. Waldron cuts it up inside and gets pushed forward for a couple of yards. Trent Faglia getting up. Curtis at the bottom of the pile with the stop. And they get it back to the 34, so he picked up 7. It'll be third and about 8. So another big third down play for the Rams. They go back to Waldron.
Oh, no.
Try to cut up inside. It didn't get very much.
I know it's hard, but
They give him out to just about, call it the 36 for a pickup of 2. So they need a better part of 6 yards, and they'll have to kick it away. Ben Trent-Faglia goes back deep, awaiting the classical kick. A high, short kick. It's going to be Glasgow's football. It bounced off an English player. English player had his back to the football. It bounced off. And it was Keith Deary coming up with the recovery. So a big break for them as they at the English 47-yard line. Trent Faglia was waving everybody away from the football, but it hit. Waldron tries to cut up inside. He runs right into Matt Curtis. Jim O'Mara at the bottom of the pile as well. Curtis made the first hit. No gain on the play. Second and 10 for the Rams. And now Glasgow's going to get 5 as they got a very early start. They give him almost a 6-yard penalty. Call it the 48-yard line. It'll be second down and 15. Freeman goes in motion. McGrath rolling, looking to throw. They tied up the receiver. Tarasuik and Chris Carroll were all over John Waldron, who was the intended receiver, and he couldn't get loose. Good coverage by English downfield. McGrath had nobody to throw the football to. And it's going to bring up a third and 15. Glasgow made it fairly easy for the defense that time. There was only one guy downfield looking for a pass. Warren comes to the near side. Mazzetti to the far side. The pitch to Freeman. Waldron gives him a block. Freeman turns the corner and gets pushed out of bounds. He's going to be shy of a first down. He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards shy. They give him good forward progress inside the 40 to the 39. They're going to need a good yard or 2. So he picked up 13. On 4th down, they need almost 2 yards. The pitch to Freeman. Not going to get there. Hodge again made a big defensive play. And they came up shy on 4th down again. Actually lose a yard back to the 40-yard line. So once again, Hodge didn't let Freeman get around the corner. And English will take over at their 40-yard line. So they've stuffed Classical twice on 4th down tries. And English still holding on to that 7-0 lead thanks to Hodge's 51-yard run on the 3rd play of the game. They go back to that power eye with everybody in tight. Motion by Bryson to the far side to give to Hodge. He kind of skates his way along as he's piled up after maybe a yard, if that. They'll give him to the 41. Actually, call it no gain. He only gained about the length of a football. So it'll be 2nd and 10. The ball backside touching the 40-yard line. And now we got a timeout called. As English, I think, called the timeout, wants to talk about it. Hodge got him off and running. A 12-yard pass to Tranfaglia got them out to their own 49-yard line. And then Hodge got a big hole off the right side and just outran everybody to the end zone. 51 yards. McGrath was dead center with the PAT. And that was the last play of the first period. The clock still had some time on it. I thought there was a timeout, so it's the end of the period, actually. And English just lost a yard on the exchange. The line of scrimmage was the 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage now is the 41, so they need 11 yards now. Now I think they're going to straighten it out. They put it back at the 41. Although it's supposed to be at the 40, but it is 2nd and 10, so at least they gained that much. So English actually gained a yard. The pitch. Again, Hodge gets loose, sliding his way along. He finally dragged down at about the 35-yard line. O'Meara, along with Mike Bransfield out front blocking for Hodge. And they give him to the 35-yard line. So 25 yards and a first down as English is on the move. Hodge just skating his way along. The pitch to Hodge again. This time they did a nice job stringing it out. Produced. Waldron strung it out. Ford was over there as well, along with Waldron. They lose a couple back to the 37. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Waldron did an excellent job that time, just stringing it out, not let Hodge get around the corner. Power eye again. Carroll is the quarterback. The pitch to Tarasuak, looking to throw. And they get it off to Curtis. The screen pass to Curtis. Good heads up. That was...
Yeah.
Chris Carroll was wide open on the sideline. It was supposed to be Tarasuak back to Carroll. And Glasgow got a break because that would have been 6. Tarasuak, a great job finding Matt Curtis and turning nothing into something as they get inside to the 33-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
Toss to their side.
3 wide receivers to the far side as Tarasuik goes shotgun. Rolling, dumps it off. It's caught. Nice catch by J.J. Johnson. And the ball is down at the 21-yard line, so 12 yards on the first down. So at the 21, it'll be 1st and 10. For English, again, they sent 3 wideouts to the far side. Shotgun again. Tarasuik lost it, gets it back, gets away from one defender, and finds Trent Fagley. Again, he turns nothing into something. Inside the 20 to about the 17. They picked up 4. When they could have lost a lot of yardage.
Come on your inside shoulder. Let's go.
So the Glasgow defense called upon to make a stand. English trying to double their fun. Chris Carroll is the wideout to the far side. I formation now behind Tarasuik as Carroll goes in motion. They hand off to Hodge off that right side. Jimmy Magner and Vieira make the stop. But he's going to be close to first down yardage. They need about a yard. So it'll be 3rd and a yard as Carroll goes wide out to the far side. He was by himself there for a moment. Jim O'Mara didn't get much, but he didn't need much.
4th and a yard.
And the reason is the stakes are 11 yards long. The line of scrimmage was the 21. The stake is now at the 10. So they've made 10 yards. They need one more for a first down.
Right at your side. Right at your side. They're coming right at your side.
Tarasuik with the quarterback sneak picks up the first down. So he gets to the 7. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
I got a question. Why did we have 1 and 3 zooming on an English huddle, but you don't have anyone on the classical?
English is on offense.
Power eye Hodge looking to get around the corner. Got to about the 5.
So now with 3.
Ford and Waldron. So Hodge picks up 2. People still coming in. Good sized crowd, and good to see because everybody worried about what the crowd would be on a day like today. Carroll goes in motion.
There you go. Strip him.
They stack Hodge up as he gets just inside the 5. Mazzetti and Ford. So give me a yard to the 4. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4 as Glasgow tries to hold on. English tries to push it in.
This side.
Motion. Carroll to the near side. The pitch to Hodge going to the other side. And he gets driven out of bounds. Looked like he might have a little seam. And Freeman came up. Vieira strung him out a little bit. Freeman came up and made the hit. But he gets to the 3. So Glasgow giving up yards grudgingly. It's going to be 4th and 3. And look for the fake to Hodge and the keep by Tarasuik rolling right or left. They've run that quite a bit. Classical trying to hold on and keep it a 7-0 deficit. English trying to kick it in. I wonder if they're even thinking on the sideline about maybe McGrath kicking a field goal. I think they're going to think about this. They may be going to call a timeout and talk about it. And that's what they're going to do. They've got to kick a McGrath. This is an extra point. It's at the 3-yard line, exactly where the extra point would be. And it would give them better than a touchdown lead. So it would be interesting to see what Gary Malaya does here. The other side of the coin is if they don't make it, Classical's got a long field to go, and English could get right back if they shut them down defensively and get the ball back in good field position. So a lot to think about on the sidelines.
What? Tens in the game. Not much. Tens in the game.
They could also fake the run and try to drop a pass off. Trent Fagley will be a tight end to one side, J.J. Johnson to the other.
Power back, too.
Power I.
It's a pass.
Now they flank out Carroll and Trent Faglia.
It's a pass. 33.
They dump it off. They threw it behind O'Meara. He was wide open. They cleared that side out. O'Meara was open. He had to turn back to the football. It's incomplete. And a huge opportunity for English goes by the boards. And Classical will have it at their 3. O'Meara was running with his shoulder to the outside. The ball was thrown a little bit inside near the goalpost. And as he turned, it just deflected off his fingertips. Now they go triple stack I, and they give it to Vieira, who gets across the 5 to about the 7. So he picks up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Back in 40. Back in 40.
They give Freeman. He gets near the 10. McGrath. Curtis.
No, but I wish it was closer.
Brennable, all there. So it's going to be 3rd. This is a big play for Classical. If they have to punt from here, they're going to give English great field position. They need 3 yards for a first down as Joe Ford, the center, leads them out. They stay in that triple stack I. McGrath with the quarterback sneak. English got the football. .53, I think. Jared Wallace, I think, got the football as he got to the 11. So I talked about what kind of field position they get with the punt. They get even better field position with the fumble recovery. 1st and goal from the 11. Now Trent Fagley and Carroll flanked to the far side. The pitch to Hodge.
Come up. Good job.
And a good hit. Joe Freeman comes up and makes the hit. And Hodge gets bumped out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. The Classical defense called on again to try and make a stand as English. It's been all English. The English defense has been strong. And Hodge's touchdown has given them a lead. Pitch to Hodge. He's going to throw the ball. Halfback pass in the end zone, knocked down by Freeman. Freeman reacted. We haven't seen that pass as well. That's another new wrinkle. They're looking for J.J. Johnson in the back part of the end zone. He was wide open momentarily, and then Freeman made a great reaction to the football. Came back and knocked it down. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 11. So English throwing in a lot of new wrinkles here that Classical hasn't seen. J.J. Johnson to the far side. Tranfaglia to the near side. Power eye in the backfield behind Tarasuic.
Jump ball.
Tarasuic dropping back. They dump the screen to Hodge in the middle. He's going to walk in for the touchdown. The middle screen works to perfection.
Should I get two?
So it takes them 3 plays to take advantage of the fumble recovery. Field, and they have to burn a timeout as English has jumped out to a 13-0 lead here.
I didn't see him. Magna was sitting down.
As we talked about, Classical has won the last 4, 6 of 7. English, the last time the turkey tasted good for English was 1997. And that was the only time that Matt Durgan has tasted defeat on Thanksgiving Day as a coach, the head coach at Classical. Not much to choose defensively from these two teams coming in. They both gave up 19 points a game. Classical scored 27 as opposed to English's 18. But English has come on the second half of the season playing well. They had won 2 in a row coming in and had put it together offensively and defensively. The young team really went to work doing a job.
Hey, get on the line. Get ready. Get ready.
So Hodge picks up touchdown number 17. He's got both touchdowns. Now they're going to go for 2. As they send 3 wideouts to the far side, Tranfaglia to the near side. Tarasuic rolling, dumps it off, wide open. And the 2-point conversion is good. And it's J.J. Johnson.
You didn't go. You didn't go.
And here at the Manning Bowl, we have 5 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the first half. English has recovered a fumble at their own 10-yard line. Jared Walls with the fumble, Brent Tarasuic has Jesse Hodge at the 8-yard line. He runs into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and now with 5:02.
15-0, the Bulldogs on top. And the celebration is on the sun side of the field. That's the English side. And English will kick off again. All the momentum. They've shut Classical down. Classical only has 2 first downs. And they've come up shy on 2 fourth-down tries. So the defense for English has been terrific. And obviously good field position, especially with that fumble recovery. And that's been one of Classical's problems. Their high-powered offense has turned the ball over quite a few times. They did it in the Gloucester game. They did it, I think it was 3 times inside the 5-yard line against Swampscott. And it's cost them here as they fumbled at their 11, and English took advantage. It's now 15-0 the Bulldogs as McGrath gets set to kick off. They line drive it.
No, get on.
Bouncing around. They better go get it. Classical's going to have it. They almost let it go. Waldron finally fell on it at the 34-yard line. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half as McGrath brings the play from the sidelines out to the huddle. They go back to the double wing. They give it to Freeman.
Run, kid. Run, kid.
Stays on his feet. Lost the football. English has got the football. English comes up with it again. 53 at the bottom of the pile. Now they say no. They said Classical got it. They pointed English's direction. But Classical got a huge break there as Freeman picked up 9. He needs about the lace of a football. And that's gonna cost Classical 5, I think.
A little bit. Stop. Okay, two. We're gonna get the referee. Same with him. He's coming up.
So you move it back to the 39.
Zoom a little bit more. Okay, stay there. Hand left and get close. Keep going with it. It's good.
This is Freeman trying to cut it up inside. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. Still driving for yardage. He gets a first down. He gets it out to the 48-yard line. So Classville's got a first down at their own 48. This is Waldron skating along. Now he cuts it up inside and gets near a first down. He'll be a little bit shy. Into English territory. We'll call it the 44-yard line. So give him 8. It'll be second down and 2.
Left 60. And left one.
We come back at the Freeman off the right side. He's got a first down.
What was that one?
Wrapped up by Curtis.
They're going for it.
Okay, next thing something's Tommy said. Stay on.
To the 37. He picked up 7 more and a first down.
Are you okay? Okay, Rich. Two slide by.
Again, a double wing setup with everybody in tight.
Okay, just stay there.
They give it back to Waldron. Falls forward for maybe 3 or 4.
Hey. Hey.
Rich, follow.
He's inside the 35.
22's gonna hit somebody there to kick out.
Stay there.
Call it the 34 and give him 3. So it'll be second down and 7.
Right, Rich. Okay, stop.
This is Freeman again. And he gets tripped up.
Okay, stop. Two,
Coach.
one, follow.
Tim Hall. Matt Curtis getting up off the bottom of the pile. He gets to the 31. So need about 4 for a first down, third down.
Diving down. Then what's one-on-one with the cornerback?
And we got
Kick him out.
whistle 2-minute warning is being given to both benches.
On a super though.
So obviously 4 down territory here. They need 4 yards, and they give it to Freeman, trying to get around the corner. Flag on the play. Freeman's dragging people with him.
Okay, one fall from the back.
I'm not sure what the flag is about. I think it might be motion against Classical. English is saying it's against Classical.
Rich.
Freeman didn't make a first down, although he was within about a yard. And I'm sure English will take the penalty. A holding, and they'll certainly take that one. So were there
Tell him he should be cutting.
2 penalties? I think English is offside too, so it's offsetting penalties. So from the 31, it'll be repeat third down, so Glasgow got a break.
3, hand left. Stop. Okay, it's good.
They give to Waldron, he just slides down. He lost his footing before he even started.
Hey.
Okay.
You go super here. Just tell him to keep it outside.
So another big 4th down, and Glasgow's going to talk about it. They need a good 3 yards. Another big 4th down play. They've missed twice on 4th down tries. They trail 15-0. They'd like nothing better than to go in the end zone and score and have momentum going into halftime, and they'll get the football to start the second half. But the English defense has been tough. They've bent a little bit here, but they haven't broken so far in the first half. They've come up big twice on fourth down plays. They're going to try and do it again. Shows you what happens when you have Matt Curtis out there full time. English's record 4-6 is really deceiving. Losing Matt Curtis for 4 or 5 games takes a lot away. Now to get him back full time playing, and he's one of the best in the league. And he's shown it here in the first half defensively. And he's even caught a pass. So he's done a little bit offensively as well. They spread him out. They send Warren to the far side, Mazzetti to the near side. And that flag is going to be against Classical. It's going to cost them 5. They were going to throw, and somebody took off too soon. So now the fourth down is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now they need 9. That secondary for English has done well all year. They had an excellent game against Swampscott. They lost to Swampscott by 3. They lost to Danvers by 2. A 5-point swing. Could have easily have been 6-4. They took on state champion Everett to start the season, which not many teams wanted to do. They had as tough a start as any team in the state, going up against Gloucester, Swampscott, Haverhill, and Everett. 3 of the 4 teams that went to Super Bowls last year. And they've brought it along in the second half of the season, and they brought it here in this first half. Classical will try to get some of that momentum back. McGrath looking to throw. Incomplete. The incomplete pass will give English the football. He was looking for Mazzetti. Pass was a little bit behind him. And the English defense comes up big again. The penalty hurt. And with just over a minute left, I don't think you're going to see Gary Malaya sit on it. He may not do anything too strange, but he's got decent field position at his 35. He could try and get down close and maybe put some more points on the board. From the power eye, Hodge off the right side. Gets about 4. It's going to be against English. And he'll mark it off from the 39. So give Hodge 4 yards on the play. And it's a big 15-yarder as they push it back to the 24. Actually, it's it's at the 24. So the 15-yard penalty hurts the Bulldogs. Hodge around the right side. Buck is out in front. He runs right into the stake, right into a few players. Slid actually in. He stops the clock going out of bounds. And they'll give him to, looks like the 34-yard line. So give him 10 more. And he'll be a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage with 34 ticks showing on the clock till halftime. So it'll be 3rd and 11 thanks to that dead ball 15-yard penalty against English. And let's see if they put it up or just try to run out the half. Motion to the near side. Tavasug with the long count. Hodge runs straight ahead. Flag on the play again. Glasgow called a quick timeout.
How you doing, man?
I think Glasgow will refuse this one.
How about you, Rich?
He got out to the 38-yard line.
Monday night at Portland.
Okay, we're gonna go to.
So it's going to be a fourth down coming up as Glasgow called a timeout.
Classical. Is it tied to? So we got English. Actually, okay, go on. Okay, just keep it back.
So Waldron will go back deep, awaiting J.J. Johnson's kick.
Well, the superstar to get there, coach.
Three slows won't get the punch on the shot.
Can't have him, you can't fall out.
The Waldron is
Johnson heels the high snap and gets the kick away into the wind. It just takes an English bounce and will go out of bounds. At about the 44-yard line of Glasgow.
go to. Rich get the huddles in the shot. Good stop.
So Glasgow will have it for one, maybe two plays at their 44.
Okay,
15-0, the Bulldogs on top here in the final game for the seniors on these two teams. English doesn't have very many.
slowly zoom up quick.
Warren goes to the far side, Mazzetti to the near side.
Stop three. Right there. Gets past.
McGrath looking to throw.
Nope, never mind.
In trouble, has to run with it. Gets loose and gets pushed out of bounds in English territory.
Three, ball number 12 back to the huddle. Ball number 3, zoom on 12. Ball on him back.
Just come in for a minute, all right?
Okay, line, go to.
They get down to just about the 40-yard line. Let's see where they put it. They put it at the English 40.
Okay, 2 center line. Get both huddles.
40 seconds.
So they gave him 16 yards on the play. They'll have it at the 40-yard line with a chance for probably one play, unless it's a quick incomplete pass.
Okay, 2, zoom in on that. Zoom in to Glasgow. 2, zoom in.
McGrath dropping back, looking,
Pass.
Run!
Throw it downfield. Okay.
and
Shot, good job, Rich.
McGrath was trying to tell the receiver to keep going.
Okay, follow.
And we read zeros on the clock, so English sky high as they go into the locker room. They got 2 touchdowns by Hodge, and they've shut Glasgow down effectively here in the first half, shutting them out. And English has a 15-0 lead at halftime.
Great effort.
right there. No, not you.
Hurry up and wait.
Back. Push it back.
Welcome back as we're set to start the second half. English with a 15-0 lead kicking off. It gets by and rolls all the way down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Freeman will get hit. Walking by me is a former player of mine 100 years ago, and an excellent writer for the Boston Herald, and a graduate of Lynn English High School. And Gus Martin's from the Herald, a little easier coming down. Last couple of years it's been classical. Now you can root for your alma mater.
Yeah, and they picked the worst day on earth to do it. Actually, it's a nice day. It's just kind of cold, but they're playing a good game. I think surprising everyone.
It really is. I'm going to let you get back to work, and maybe I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Have a good holiday, Gus.
Okay, you too.
All right. 5.
Walden and Classical's going to go quick huddle as they pick up out to the 26-yard line. Freeman trying to get outside, slid, and not going to get there as he's ridden back. Tarasuik with the play. They give Freeman about a yard.
We had the end wall down nice.
Third and along 6. They give it to Waldron. Waldron cuts it back, and he's going to be shy of a first down. As the defense comes up big again. Trent Fagley getting up off the bottom of the pile.
That's all right.
He get out to the 31.
I said, don't move. Come here. Don't move. They're coming. So stay down like you like that.
The kick is away. It takes a bit of a classical bounce and goes out of bounds near the 35-yard line, right at the 35. The teams were fairly close rushing yardage. English had 109, Classical had 108. English had 43 yards passing. Classical had none. 6 first downs for English, 5 for Classical. Hodge had 104 yards rushing in that first half. Freeman had 60. Waldron had 30. But the English defense shut them down a couple of times when they had to. And now produced. Forbes ganging up. Mazzetti at the bottom of the pile. They don't get very much. Virtually nothing. So it'll be 2nd and 10, we'll call it. The long count by Tarasuik from the power right. Tarasuik with the keep rolling. Waldron is going to wrap him up. Waldron stayed home on defense and made the play.
I knew you were having a good night, Mike. You throw the ball up running 15.
Yeah, that tight end hinge screen.
They lose back to the 31.
44's out.
So it's going to be 3rd and 14 from the 31-yard line. Classical came up short twice in the first half on 4th downs, and then a big penalty on 4th down cost them near the end of the half. What might have been at least an opportunity to try and get some points. Tarasuik dumps it down. It's complete for short yardage for about a yard, maybe 2, to Hodge. So call it the 32 and give me a yard. And English will have to kick it away. Johnson will go back in punt formation. Waldron will go back deep for the Rams. It's been a bit of a stiff breeze. Johnson hails the low snap, almost blocked. Waldron gets it across the 40 to about the 42, maybe the 43. They'll give him to the 43.
Huh? Is he 2 in a row or not?
So from the 43, it'll be 1st and 10 for Classical. They go back to that triple stack I. The pitch to Freeman. Avoids a tackle and now gets tripped up by Curtis. English made great penetration into the backfield, slowed the play down, and Curtis came up and finished him off for no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 43. McGrath with the throw, incomplete.
Yes.
Hey. Is that it?
All right.
Waldron's running down the other side of the field. Why is he over the middle?
Are we still looking?
That was Blacko, right? He's got to run a post. Yeah.
So 3rd and 10. Mazzetti comes to the near side, Warren to the far side.
What?
Motion. They give it to Freeman running straight ahead. He gets near midfield.
Long 3.
So it's going to be 4th and 3 from midfield.
It's hard to hit it as hard, coach. I mean, there was hole.
So they need 3.
Wait, hey. What do you want to do here?
Hey, what's up?
Coach. Oh, hey.
Glasgow's going to go again. Another big 4th down play.
Yes.
They run it straight ahead, and Freeman up the middle. Hodge gets him from behind inside the 10.
You wish you could run faster.
Freeman looked like he was gone, but Hodge caught him from behind at the 8. So 42 yards and at 1st down. That puts Freeman over 100 yards rushing. So Freeman, Hodge, the 2 premier backs, 2 of the best in the conference. Freeman is senior, Hodge a junior. It'll be 1st and goal for Glasgow from the 8 as they try to get back in it. They trail 15-0. They give it to Waldron. Off the left side. Gets inside the 5. He looked like he was on ice skates. They'll give him to the 4. So 2nd and goal from the 4.
Coach, you do that stack. Everybody's running to that overload side. No one's staying home.
Warren goes to the far side. Mazzetti to the near side. The pitch to Freeman. Going left, looking for the cone. He bangs.
Oh, what?
They're going to call him out at the 1-inch line. They're not going to give him the touchdown.
Yeah.
Every inch.
So 3rd down, and you might see McGrath just sneaking in here.
Everyone can hear me, all right?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we got to get in here. This 2 is going to be... Let's go. Who's in?
They give it to Frampton.
This 2 is huge now.
Jason Frampton. Who I think it's his aunt, Barbara, who is one of my players down here celebrating. So Glasgow finally gets on the board.
stack?
57 yards in 7 plays. The big one, the 42-yard run by Freeman to get him close. Frampton bangs it in. And now an important 2-point conversion for the Rams.
Yeah, we had some
Hit it, AJ! He's in! He's in! He's in!
In, extra effort got Vieira in. English didn't think he got in. He may not have. I think the ball did, though.
AJ, nice block right there.
Michael.
Actually, it was Joe Freeman with that second effort. He reached out and put the ball across. And that's a very important 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Glasgow finally gets on the board. They finally dent that tough English defense with Freeman going 42 yards.
Okay. One get on the kicker, so everyone. One get on the kicker. Okay. One now, just get the whole line. So one. Yeah, 3 go back and get the receiver. Stop it. Okay, zoom up 3. Just get more of the 14 because you don't know where they're going. You don't know where they're going.
Waldron will do the kicking off. Bouncing along, picked up by Chris Carroll at about the 13-yard line. He gets hit, still battling for yardage, and he just slides along, is finally ripped down. Good effort by the young freshman. He bounced off, and I think on a dry field he might have been able to get a few more yards. He just, as he bounced off, he was just sliding on a patch of snow. And he'll give him the 23-yard line.
Okay, go to English one.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 23.
Okay, so can I slowly zoom out the phone one?
English are trying to get that momentum back.
Trips right. Pause.
The pitch to Hodge. Block is out in front. O'Mara.
Okay, good.
And Hodge gets a good yardage on 1st down. They're going to give him the 30 for 7. So Hodge and Freeman have mirrored each other. Freeman has 113, Hodge has 111. But Hodge's team is leading 15-8. 2 tight ends, I formation with a wing to the far side. They give it to Hodge again. He's close to 1st down yardage.
Drives back with a 42-yard run by Joe Freeman. Joe Freeman gets the 2-point conversion and we're 15-8. We're also joined here by St. Mary's coach Mike
So
who's finishing his season.
they got a 1st down at the 34. The pitch to Hodge. Off the right side. Magna with a big hit
It's a pretty nice season for you, too.
as they get across the 35 to the 37. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Double wing to the far side. Hodge behind Tarasuik takes the pitch, cuts it back up inside, and feels his way along for a few more yards. It was supposed to go around the corner. He cut it back up inside and picked up 5 big yards.
Gets all of the ink and the publicity, but it's not a one-man team.
So a 3rd and a couple. Trentfaglia and Carroll to the far side. Johnson, the tight end, to the near side. Hodge gets the handoff and gets the 1st down and more. Out to the 48, so he picked up 6 more and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 as they convert.
Hey, send up the pass.
Hodge
There you go.
hit and knocked down, maybe for a yard loss. Waldron stayed home and made the play. He got helped by Mazzetti as they slam Hodge down for a yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs as we're winding down this 3rd period. Tranfaglia and Carroll, wings to the far side. Johnson again, the tight end, to the near side. Tarasuik looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got Tranfaglia. Pass a little bit behind him. He was open. He had to reach back. He was breaking towards the English bench, and he had to reach back for the pass, and it was incomplete. So 3rd and 11 for the Dogs. Again, Tranfaglia and Carroll to the far side. The pitch to Hodge. Runs in to Produced, who slams him down for a loss. Back to the 46. And English will have to kick it away. And we got a 20-second timeout by Glasgow.
Right. Walter going back there or what?
And the crowd has been treated to a very good football game. Two teams doing battle. Two warriors, Freeman and Hodge, going head to head. The kick is away. It takes a bit of an English bounce. Now it takes a little left turn and goes out of bounds at about the 23. So Glasgow will have it at their 23 with about 30 seconds left in this, the 3rd period. They trail English 15-8. Of course, Freeman had almost 1,600 yards, 1,565 he had, 16 touchdowns, over 100 points, the Division III leader, score point-wise, finishing up an outstanding career. He was 1,300 yards last year. Now he gets the carry, and he just doesn't go down. He gets hit and carries people for a couple more yards.
Good surge at the end there. Keep moving. It's 6. 5.
He gets to the 27 for a pickup of 5.
How much time is left in the period? 9 seconds. Go to.
40 front.
So 2nd and 5. And now we're going to whistle, and that's the last play. That was the last play. 0 showing the clock. So the difference this year is it was a 4-point deficit last year, but last year English was trailing by 4 going into the 4th quarter. They now find themselves leading by 7, 15-8, trying to break Glasgow's 4-game winning streak in this Thanksgiving Day rivalry, and trying to get a little closer in the standings, trying to pick up the 30th win for English, as opposed to 50 for Glasgow and 9 ties. 12 minutes of football left. They extend the periods 1 minute on Thanksgiving Day and play 12s instead of 11s. So a lot of football left, and we've had a lot of football played. And we have to look at the seniors on both teams. Andrew Funicella, Brett Tarasuik, Manny Badeau, Mike Gaudette, Josh McGrath. The seniors for Lynn English.
Hit it. Attaboy, Jay. Put the ball away, Jay. Put the ball away, Jay. Going for the ball. Moving into the ball.
Stay there. Two get full.
That was Jason Frampton with the carry.
Some people, you know, they say you know, try to teach them.
Yeah, two's more than two.
And he picks up a first down. I think they were gonna measure, and they already moved the stakes. So we'll call it the 32. I think they might have been a little bit shy. But they give him a first down. We'll call it the 32. And Classical has the football. This is Freeman again, falling forward for good yardage. Again, he gains 2 or 3 yards after the initial hit. He gets out to the 38 for 6 more.
Let's go.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Rams.
Come on, Johnny, let's go. Pick up the pace.
Go back a little bit.
Come on, no
The
stop.
pitch to Frampton. Block is out in front. He gets run out of bounds. The spot will determine whether he made a first down. I think he might be a little bit shy.
Got it? First down. Here we go.
Now they give it to him. So that was a fairly generous spot. They give him the 42-yard line.
Okay, one tilt down.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams. Just underway here in the 4th period. English on top 15-8. They led 50-0 at halftime. This is Waldron trying to cut up inside. Stays on his feet and gets something out of nothing. He looked like he got stalled and was going to go down. He just ducked his head and cut a little bit back to his right and picked up a few more yards as he gets across the 45 to the 46. So he made 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3-1. Right? Okay, 3 pan right. Tilt right through. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, stop. It's pitch.
The pitch to Freeman. Vieira with a block out in front.
Big block by AJ.
Vieira slipping and falling as Freeman. He looked like he was going to go a long way, and he just hit a patch and slipped and fell, but they got a first down. AJ Vieira with a big block out in front for Freeman. They get to the 46 of English. So give him 8 more on a first down.
A little bit. It's getting there.
Hey, Rich, when you have to go back to get the truck. When do you have to go back to get the truck? Okay, 1 down. Downstairs go 1.
Again, a double wing setup with everybody in tight.
It's coming from the middle 1.
They give it to Frampton straight ahead. Might have got a yard.
A trapper is 5 yards
Did they
out.
run time since it was a shutout? First time.
It's like right here. It's one.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 45.
We saw a good chance.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Okay. Go 3. 3's pitches coming up.
The pitch. Waldron with a block out in front. Freeman, they just got a piece. Josh McGrath just got Freeman's ankle as he was about to cut it up. Waldron with a nice block. Freeman was just about to cut it up inside, and McGrath reached out and got an ankle. And they give him the 40-yard line for 5.
Hey. There you go.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. I don't know if the field is out of balance or the stakes are out of balance, because looks like they need 11 yards again.
There you go. Hit it hard. Hit
This
it
is
hard. Teddy.
free. That's. I think that was
4th and 3.
Okay, 2 slows.
that was Freeman again. They give him the 39 for another yard. So a big 4th down play for Classical again. 4th and a long 3. And they're going to throw. And it's incomplete. So English defense comes up big again. They shut them down. And Classical turns it over on 4th down. And English will have it at their 39, 1st and 10. With just under 8 minutes left in the football game. English would like to string a few first downs here and run some time off the clock. O'Mara with his first carry. So 2nd down, and we'll call it 5. They give it to O'Mara again, and he bangs forward for about 3.
Try to get him up, coach. This is the drive that's been getting us this year. Let's go.
They need about 2. Actually, they need about a yard. It's a long yard they need. Now English jumps. It's going to cost them. So it's going to, the penalty will take them back to the 43. And now it'll be 3rd and a long 6.
When are we going to take these out?
Power eye in the backfield as they look for a big 3rd down play here. High school defense trying to shut them down and get the ball back. The pitch to Hodge. They string it out. Errol Forbes comes with a big play. He just played off the block and wouldn't go down and wrapped up Hodge. And he's going to lose a yard back to the 42.
Hunt. Rich, calm down.
So English will have to kick it away, and Classical will get another shot. Under 6 minutes as they get set for J.J. Johnson's punt. Waldron goes back deep for the Rams.
What are you doing? Zoom in. Get the punter in the shot 3. No.
Johnson hails the snap, gets it away.
Field it.
Waldron
Field it.
feels it at the 20. Takes off for the sideline and gets bumped out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So that could have been disaster. It like bounced, he shot hopped it. And actually going to give him pretty good forward progress. They're going to give him across the 30 to about the 33. So at the 33, Classical will have it 67 yards away with time running down, and they can't afford to go on a long drive and not score. Time is precious on the clock. 5:31 left. They trail by 7. English is led all the way. They give it straight ahead to Freeman, who gets to the 40, maybe the 41.
They ain't running hard enough. Tommy's got to keep running.
So we'll call it 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line as Freeman picks up 7 more. Waldron out front with a block. Freeman down the sideline gets pulled out of bounds by Matt Curtis. Waldron leading the way with a big block. And it'll be a first down in English territory at the 40-yard line. So he goes from 40 to 40. 20 yards picked up by Freeman.
Come on, first down's big here.
Freeman with 165.
We need big guys first down. Let's go.
And Freeman again battling.
All right. Yeah, get rid of that super. Let's go.
Gets inside to the 34-yard line. Give him 6 more.
Now, they have, we got to see this right here?
Okay, 3 pin.
Wideouts, Mazzetti to the far side, Warren to the near side. A.J. Vieira with the carry. Trying to turn the corner. Freeman with a block, gets him around the corner. Tarasuic bumps him out of bounds. It's another first down as Glasgow is closing in on the red zone. They get to the 23-yard line. So 11 yards picked up by Vieira. It'll be 1st and 10. Freeman with a nice block got Vieira around the corner. They go back to Freeman off the left side. He gets hit and knocked down as he picked up a couple. At the bottom of the pile was James O'Meara, along with J.J. Johnson making the stop. So give him almost 3 to the 20. Second down, we'll call it 7. Waldron blocks out in front with Vieira and Freeman as he slides forward to about the 16.
Hey, can we get a G now? Because the ends are starting to fly. Did you tell them that? They see the motion, they're starting to step out.
3rd down for the Rams. Freeman breaks a tackle, turns the corner, stays on his feet. He's going to be shy of a first down, I think.
We need measurement.
And they're going to bring the chains across to measure this one. And this could be a huge measurement. They've got another down. It's only 3rd down, but they'd like to make it here. And they'll bring it all the way across. And we'll get a look. Hopefully, if they can, everybody can stay out of the way. We'll get a look as they stretch it out. And they're going to be about an inch shy. So the biggest play of the game right here. Everybody in the stadium, they're on their feet the whole game anyway because they can't sit down in the snow, but they're up, jumping up and down, rooting for both teams. First time we've seen both sides get excited. The defense for English, the offense for Glasgow. You would think Freeman, but you can also think McGrath with a quarterback sneak. They need about 6 inches to keep this drive alive if they want to have any hopes of winning, coming from behind and winning this game. Freeman bangs forward, and that extra effort got it for him. They stuffed him at the line of scrimmage, and you don't stop him. He gets that extra yard or 2 every time, and he did it then. And they'll put it down at the 11. He didn't look like he was going to get anything. He wound up getting 3. So it's 1st and 10 from the 11, and they keep the drive alive with time running down. They get this play off, we'll get the 2-minute warning. Freeman trying to turn the corner. Gets ridden down. Chris Carroll with a nice defensive play. Gets to about the 8. And this is the drive that's going to decide the game. 2:40 and counting left to play here in the football game. And even if they score, they would need the 2-point conversion for a win.
Go 40. Go 40. Yep.
English trying to shut them out. Glasgow trying to come back. It's been the Joe Freeman show. They give it to Vieira, trying to turn the corner. Nice defense by English.
Two.
It's the young freshman again, Chris Carroll, making a huge play. They lose back to the 9.
Can you get a slant?
Good job, too. Okay, one the other class.
So it's a big 3rd down play. English trying to hold on. They stop them, they win the game. McGrath with the pass, incomplete.
Okay, go 2. Go 3.
Well, back to the go motion. No.
So now, here it is again, the play in the game. Big 4th down play. We've had a lot of big 4th down plays. None bigger than this one right now. 2:07 left in the football game. This could be Glasgow's last play of the season. If they don't come up, they can pick up a 1st down at the 1. If they don't score, English more than likely will be able to run the clock out, hold on to the football, and they would pull off what most people would think an upset if you look at the 2 records. McGrath dropping back, looking to throw. They set up the screen. It's intercepted! Intercepted! Matt Curtis with the play of the game. Picked it off at the 14.
Okay, two get both colors.
What a huge play. We talked about what a difference he makes when he's in the game. What a huge play by the sophomore. And that's the biggest play of the game, obviously. They try to set up the middle screen. If the pass is complete, Freeman was there and he probably would have walked in. But Matt Curtis just went up like a rebounder and picked off the pass and ambled out to the 30-yard line, and we're under 2 minutes. And English has the football, and they can taste the turkey on the English side. They'll get a steady diet of Hodge right here.
Okay, 3 stay there. 1 get the open shot.
Glasgow calls a quick timeout as they get out to just about the 34-yard line. Call it the 33 for a pickup of 3.
2 get the open shot. Go 2. 1 get possible on the top of the screen.
And the TV 15 Players of the Week, we will get limo service and a ticket to either a Bruins or a Celtics game and a trophy from Harrington, and be on TV 15 next Thursday on Sports Weekly at 6:30. Sports Weekly will start at 6. We'll have highlights of all the Thanksgiving Day games. St. Mary's win, what will be an English win now, and we'll even have Powder Puff highlights as well. So this is a huge game, and English is going to finish up their season in fine style. The young kids really played well. This is O'Meara. He gets across the 35 to the 36. It'll be 3rd and 4 as Glasgow, another quick timeout, but time not on Glasgow's side right now. But this very young, they only have a few seniors on this English team, I think 4 or 5. And this young team has come together. The offensive line has come along. Hodge has had a tremendous season. He scored both touchdowns here, giving him 17. Freeman picked up a conversion.
Come on.
Hodge is wrapped up by Errol Forbes. They're going to lose yardage as Classical takes another quick timeout. They'll lose back to the 33.
Yeah, it's good. Take down on one.
And English will have to kick it away.
Football huddles in the shot, 2 get out pass.
We have Morrison as a senior, Jesse Warren,
Get one more chance.
Valerian Gaudet, Castillo,
2 pen left.
Longo,
Pen left.
Gonzalez, Frampton. Katsakis is the low snap. Nice job by Johnson to handle the snap, and he kicks it by Waldron. What a booming kick. What a great job by J.J. Johnson down to the 4-yard line.
What's that noise?
A 63-yard punt by J.J. Johnson, and he had to handle the snap that was in the dirt. What a great job by J.J. Magna Carroll Deary produced, produced junior, Ford is a senior. Casey O'Toole, Bean Coombs, Mazzetti are the seniors. Classical's task, they have to go 96 yards. They have 1:10 on the board.
Only 2 full days off for the next game. 3.
So Freeman, huge, going over 1,700 yards. He's close to 1,750 yards.
He's outside back and runs with the seam.
You put that team, you put prep on.
Hodge picking up 126, going nearly 1,300 yards. The two Warriors doing head-to-head battle, and Hodge is going to come out the winner. He scored both touchdowns.
Tilt up.
You'd be freezing it.
3 slows, tilt down.
9 inches of snow down there. I don't think they were gonna play. Huh? I wouldn't have been there anyway, so I gotta get here.
Tarasuk has passed for the 1 2-point conversion. McGrath took care of the other one. And it was 15-0 at halftime. Classical got on the board in the second half, but they came down close, and English shut them down.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
They had 1st and 10 at the 11, and English defense came up big, shutting them down.
Run, John.
And now this is Waldron trying to get outside and gets wrapped up.
Classical's got the ball.
Hodge made the tackle. Hodge doing on defense as well,
3 slows him out.
as he gets out to about the 7
2 you gotta get on Classical.
for 3 yards. Waldron has chipped in with 52 yards. Freeman has 179. Hodge has 126. And the defense for English has been the story. They have bent, but they didn't break. Classical, several times in the ball game, had key fourth down plays, and almost every time English shut them down. The big one coming here,
They spread.
as they had 1st and 10 at the 11.
Get ready to.
They set up the screen to Freeman.
Go, tilt down, tilt down.
Get out of bounds. Get out of
Rookie
bounds.
does a nice job getting to the sidelines.
Okay, go 1, 1, 3. Stay.
That'll be a first down, but they got a long way to go and less than a minute to do it. They'll be out to about the 19-yard line.
That's why you got to do that. You can't throw it downfield.
Don't wait till the last play to run it.
3 Classical.
That was the play they tried to run on 4th down, that screen pass, when Matt Curtis made the play of the game, picking it off, and almost virtually ending any hope that Classical had. McGrath lets it fly down the middle, broken up at the last minute. Tarasuk,
One of those are the intercept.
Look at this. Spread blue. Slant H and pitch.
Go
It
2.
was blue.
and Funicella both came together on the receiver. I think Funicella got a hand on the football and broke it up, but good coverage by Tarasuk and Funicella,
Do you know it?
2 of the seniors, 2 of the few seniors that they have.
Look what 10 is.
English playing almost 20 yards off the football with 3 safeties as McGrath looks to throw again. The quick out over the head of Mazzetti. I think that was going to be a little hook and ladder as Waldron was coming up. I think Mazzetti was going to pitch it back. 30 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Rams. And for the second time in his coaching career, Matt Durgan is going to taste defeat. 1997 is the only time English has beat Classical since Matt Durgan's been the head coach. Classical had won 4 in a row, 6 of 7, 9 of the last 11. 97 was the last time English won. They've only won 3 times since 1990. And there's the hook and ladder. But Hodge played it perfectly. He was waiting for that one, and they had no room to run it. Warren caught it, pitched it back. They ran 8 seconds off the clock and didn't get any yardage. They lost. Actually, no gain on the play. So it's going to be 4th and 10. Hodge has been immense, both sides of the football. Hodge will be the player of the game for TV 15 on the English side, Joe Freeman on the Classical side. And they both ended great seasons. Freeman ending a great career. Hodge certainly, English has to be very happy, and Gary Millay is going to be excited about having Hodge back next year. He'll be certainly, if not the best, one of the best. High arcing pass, caught, and he goes out of bounds and stops the clock.
Hey, send Waldron down the middle of the field. Same personnel, send Waldron down the middle of the field.
They get to the 47 of English.
Waldron down the middle, same formation.
24 on the first down, and they're not dead yet. 12 seconds showing on the clock. The little high fly just went over the head of Hodge. And Classical has to go deep, and English knows it. They got Carroll, Tranfaglia, and Tarasuic 25 yards deep. Great protection. They throw it down the middle. Waldron had it, couldn't hold on. It's a little bit behind him. He got a hand on it and couldn't hold on, and we're down to 6 seconds.
2. Yeah.
Great performances on both sides. Classical's defense in the second half shut a good English football team down as well. First half, English shut Classical down, and they've held a good Classical football team to 8 points. And Classical's defense has shut English down in the second half. Matt Curtis with the biggest play of the game so far with his interception. McGrath with time. Lets it fly. Looking for Freeman. It's picked off by Tranfaglia, and he's already celebrating as he slides down at the 28-yard line. The clock reads zeros, and English can celebrate.
2 got English.
A great effort by the English Bulldogs. They finished the season at 5-6, 3 straight wins, and they come in loaded for bear. The defense played exceptional football, and they shut down a very good Classical football team. 179 yards for Freeman, 126 for Hodge, 52 for Waldron. But the defense for English was the story, and Matt Curtis comes up with the play of the game. They had 1st and goal at the 11. They wound up a 4th down play. They tried to set up a screen, and they had Freeman wide open. He could have walked in the end zone, and Matt Curtis made the play of the game, picking it off. Classical got it back, but that 67-yard punt by J.J. Johnson pinned them well deep, and it was just too big a task for Classical to perform, and a great, outstanding team effort by Lynn English. And congratulations to all of the seniors on both teams, and we wish them well, and we'll certainly be hearing from them in the coming years. Classical watched English jump on top very quickly. 1 minute, 11 seconds into the game. Hodge broke it off the right side, went 51 yards for the touchdown. McGrath with the extra point made it 7-0. They came back. A fumble recovery by Jared Wallace was the play of the game as well. He recovered the fumble at the 11-yard line of Classical. It took them 3 plays. It was the screen pass that Classical tried to set up. English set it up perfectly, the screen to Hodge. He went in for the touchdown, 11 yards. It was 13-0. And then Tarasuik to J.J. Johnson made it 15-0 at halftime. That was all the scoring for English, but that was all the scoring they were going to need. Classical got back their second possession in the second half. They went 57 yards. Freeman set it up going 42 yards to the 8. 3 plays later, it was Jason Frampton going in from a yard away to make it 15-6. Freeman ran in the 2-point conversion. It was 15-8. Classical had a couple of drives after that. They had it at the 39-yard line of English and came up short. Then the big drive, the last chance they had, they started at their 33. Freeman picked up 20 on the drive. They got down to the 11, and they wind up losing on the big interception by Curtis to seal the win for English. And also sealing it was that huge punt by J.J. Johnson of 63 yards, the punt was, down to the 4-yard line, and they had no chance to come back after that. They had to go 96 yards, and they had less than 2 minutes to do it. And English defense, as they did all day, they bent, but they only broke once for the 1 touchdown, and that 15-0 halftime lead stands up as English wins it. They snap Classical's 4-game winning streak, and for the second time since Matt Durgan has been here, he's going to taste defeat, and Gary Malaya will get the win. So Classical picks up the 30th win. It's now 50 wins for Classical, 30 wins for English with 9 ties, and English, first time since 1997, win on Thanksgiving Day. They break the 4-game win streak for Classical, and they do it in defensive fashion with the 2 big plays, the fumble recovery by Jared Wallace and the interception by Matt Curtis doing the job. They turned back English 15-8 on a very cold and slippery field, but they do it in fine fashion, and they end the 2002 season. So we hope you enjoyed football on TV 15. Sports Weekly will have Derick Hodge and Joe Freeman, our 2 players of the game, next week, giving out the prizes given away by Harrington Trophy and Fosse Pizza. We hope you'll join us on Sports Weekly at 6 o'clock on Thursday night. But the final score once again, Lynn English with the big win over Classical, 15-8. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time on TV 15.